Hi everybody, and welcome to the premiere episode of the Trek News Network, or as we like to call it, TNN. Yeah, just a little bit different from that other news network. Anyways, we're here to do a little bit of a video blog just to kind of keep you guys updated about what's happening with the Federation, what's happening in fandom, and just kind of about what's happening in general. Now, to paraphrase CNN quite a few years ago when they had a bit of a rebranding and everything, they said, well, the biggest news of the day is us. And that's kind of true here. TNN's kind of a resurrected idea. We had the idea quite a while ago within the IFT to try a news network. And now we're actually going to try to kick it off again. So basically, let me tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm the face of TNN. Well, my name's Andy Mihail. I'm the commanding officer of the USS Corona, the Massachusetts chapter of the International Federation of Trekkers. We're in central Massachusetts, and I've been in the IFT since 1994 when I went to go see the premiere of Star Trek Generations. And I met a group down there, another chapter, and I joined that night, and basically I've been in it ever since. That chapter actually was out in Indiana. And then I moved out here to Massachusetts about 15 years or so ago. Had so much fun, just kept it going. So I started my own ship, the Corona. Right now, let's see, what else can I tell you about? I don't know. I mean, you know, like all of us in our chapters, we've done some good out here. Fundraisers. We've done stuff to help the troops overseas. We've done a benefit for a little boy with cancer. And recently, this past year, my chapter has done several blood drives to help out. So, we're pretty active as a chapter, and I'm pretty proud of my crew. We've gone through a lot of changes lately in the past, year or two. But, we're still keeping it on, keeping strong, and we're going to keep moving forward. So hopefully all of you chapters out there can continue as well. I know some difficulties are out there in the world. Sometimes it's hard for people to even just say yes to want to get help, even when we offer it to them. But, you know what? We just keep moving on. Alright, so now, you may have noticed also too, TNN is a part of the new Trek TV. So, TrekTV.net, the network for fans. Clever, wasn't that? That was Russ's idea. Let me move down here. I got my computer down here just off camera. You can't see it. But Trek TV, it's, again, kind of like we're doing a bit of a rebranding with the IFT. A little bit of a new clean look if you go and look at TrekTV.net. It's got a bunch of links up there at the top where you'll be able to access all the new stuff and all of the old favorites that you've been used to accessing when you go online for the IFT. You'll find, memberships. You'll find the Promenade, which is our IFT store. You'll find a lot of great things there. But the nice part about it is it has a simple look. We had a lot of concerns previously with our website that it was a little confusing. Some terminology in there. I gotta admit sometimes I had trouble, surfing around on that. But it's a nice, simple look now, and it looks really, really good. So you guys gotta go check it out. TrekTV.net. Now, one of the things that we'll have on there, which I think is great, Trek TV, we're going to try and make it basically a hub, for all of your news. You want to find out something that's maybe happening in some fandom. You want to see what's happening with some fan films. You want to find out just some news about Trek in general. Well, hopefully you'll start to come to TrekTV.net, because not only will you have my blog with TNN, but you'll have other stuff as well that will help you find out and be the most informed Trekker that you can be. So, one of the things I did mention on there, fan films. Alright? Gotta admit, there's a lot of good stuff out there. And the nice part about what Trek TV wants to do is that we've got a nice, huge video monitor on there so you can watch your stuff in a good quality. But are we only going to hand out Star Trek stuff? No. Yeah, I know, we're Star Trek-based fan club, but admit it, there's so much more out there, right? Battlestar Galactica, Firefly, right? I know there's lots of us that are Harry Potter fans. There's a lot of us that have genres that we like that don't fit into science fiction at all, you know? So we're going to try to have basically about anything that we can get a hold of to try to put on there for something for you guys to do when there's nothing to do. All right? We're going to have everything from Star Trek to Star Wars if we can find it for fan films. We're going to have Harry Potter to Harry Dresden. We are going to have, let's see, maybe some Doctor Who stuff if we can find some good fan films. Even animated stuff. It doesn't have to be live. We're in the process of getting all of this stuff together. So things may be moving a little slow on there right now, but I guarantee you, give it a little bit of time, there'll be a decent selection of stuff for you guys to watch. I know that right now, of course, if you go on the website, there's an episode of Phase 2 up there, which with Jim Crawley, good episode. I was just watching it earlier today just to refresh my memory some of it because I haven't seen him in a while, but I tell you what, it's really, really cool. The Klingons that were on there, and there's a little bit with Klingon Commander who was doing the Klingon equivalent of the Kobayashi Maru. It was actually really good. I'll give him credit. Sets were good, acting was good, editing was good, sound was good. That's a hard one to get, and I know about sound too. So, there's lots of good stuff in there. And you may be wondering, why do I know about sound? In real life, I work in TV news. I'm a cameraman out in the field. So, I know good TV, I know good sound, I know good editing, and that's what we want to bring you. All the good stuff. Which actually is part of the reason why I kind of got half drafted, half volunteered into TNN. So anyways, another fan film we're going to be bringing you soon is, I don't know if a lot of you have known about it, but I tell you, it's a brilliant novel series called The Dresden Files. And there's about 14 books out right now with maybe 23, 25 planned by author Jim Butcher. And the whole deal with The Dresden Files is that it's Harry Dresden is a wizard in modern day Chicago. So if you kind of think of Harry Potter all grown up with better physics, crossed with Buffy the Vampire Slayer as a private investigator, that's what you got with Harry Dresden. And it's fabulous too because there's lots of great pop culture references, lots of great humor, good quality characters, and something that I find very, very important, great continuity. There's some really good stuff with that. So I'm currently also in talks with a group called Tower of Turtle Productions, and their first episode of their version of the Dresden Files called Nightlight is coming out very soon. They actually were going to premiere it a couple days ago. They had a crash horribly when they tried to render the entire thing. So there's a crash version up on the website now on a BitTorrent, but they are putting together a new version, complete in every way. So in about another 9 days, what's today? Let me check my fabulous phone here. Say maybe by the 12th of October, we'll have that up for you. So look out for that one. It promises to be really good also. Another group that we're trying to talk with is, I'm sure you've probably seen this episode, with Vic Mignogna from the series Star Trek Continues. We're in talks with them to try and see if we can feature their stuff on Trek TV as well. So, although there's, of course, a lot of legal sticky stuff with CBS going on, got to make sure no profits are being made, of course. But I have a personal connection with Star Trek Continues. One of my crew members is actually in the crew and had a cameo in this last episode that they had. So I'm really hoping to get that one on as well, because I know that's a good quality production. So we're hoping for lots of good fan films for you guys to sit down and watch and enjoy, and hopefully you'll come to TrekTV.net when there's premieres. You guys can have premiere parties and downloads and have all kinds of good stuff. So also too, if you know of any other fan films that you guys think are worth it, something that would be really entertaining, good high quality production, why don't you drop me a line, okay? Simple enough. You can use my ship's email, usscorona@gmail.com. Alright? So that's TrekTV.net. Also on there, like I mentioned, there is a link to The Promenade. The Promenade is run by Cyrano Jones. Yes, the actor who plays Cyrano Jones gave us his official okay. We actually have his likeness in a cartoon character up on The Promenade. And in true Cyrano form, he's trying to sell you anything he can. But you know what the great news is about this promenade is that for the first time ever, and all the IFT members are part of it, this is fabulous, we are the very first fan club ever, first fan club ever to offer official Star Trek merchandise. So not just stuff with like, we got ball caps with IFT logos on them, and we got shirts and we have jackets and lots of great stuff like that. And we have some pins and patches that are there too with IFT so you can dress up your uniforms. But we also have official IFT stuff in here. Let me show you too. The pins, departmental pins. I got 2 of them myself. So this one's actually mine. This one's actually my cadets on the ship. So, but you can actually get official QMX replicas of the pins, of course, that they had in New Trek. But yeah, you can get these at the Promenade, which is fabulous. So this is some of the first stuff that's official that we are getting, and it's in stock and it's in the Promenade right now. Something else that we have that's also really cool, we have a huge Federation flag, white. It's got the big blue UFP symbol on it with the olive branches and the star pattern. We've got that in there as well. Also, something else that's nice and official that we have the Starfleet Academy rings. No, I don't have it. It's just a stainless steel ring for me. But what it is that when you get this ring, it's very cool because it was made from the same molds as what was worn in this latest movie, Star Trek Into Darkness. When you open the box, there's a little light, LED light, illuminates the ring. And the ring, if you go on our website and check it out, trektv.net, and then click on Promenade, and then in the shop, you'll see on the left-hand side in the menu, official Star Trek merchandise. What the head of the ring has is, says, United Federation of Planets are on it, and then in the center, it's got the 3 main stars that are in the UFP symbol. So, it's a really slick looking ring, and the nice part is, it's not that expensive either. So, about all of us can pick it up. So, that's actually something that's going to be a really good seller, I think, as well. So let me think here, what else can I talk about? Let me check on here at my computer. Oh, this is fun too. I saw this the other day and I thought I kind of had a good laugh at this. There's a section on the Promenade that says pets. And I thought, okay, you got a little vest for the dog, a little Starfleet collar. No, you know what we're selling? Tribbles. So these are great. Wait a minute. Here, hold on. I got my tribble. Oh, I forgot to put them over here close to me. Here's my tribble. Good evening, Mr. Spock. So, we have tribbles, but the thing is, it's not just the white tribbles, not just the brown tribbles, the gray colored tribbles. What it is, we have jungle tribbles. There's like 4 varieties of jungle tribbles. It's crazy. And then we also, which is even better, I dropped him. Shh. You know what's even better is that, well, you know how they multiply, right? Need to get rid of them. I think for the first time ever, I have never, ever, ever seen a stuffed glommer for sale. We have a glommer. Have a tribble problem? You can get a glommer at our Promenade. So, and another great thing too, which I think is kind of cool, we do have a good handful of things, a couple handfuls of great merchandise in the Promenade. But of course, there's hundreds of things out there that you might want to buy for your collection. Can't find it with us? You know what? We also have links to other websites that you can buy stuff. We have links to ThinkGeek, we have links to Entertainment Earth, and we also have links to Amazon. So, it's a pretty good deal. I mean, you can find about anything, I think, between the 4 websites. I think you can find about anything at all that you want to. So, let me scroll up here. Alright, so now we were talking about a little bit of news here with TNN. Alright, so there you go. We have the website that's redesigned. It's a lot easier to maneuver around. I know as of today, which is what? Check my app here, the 4th. Not everything's quite working on there, but you know what? It's still a work in progress, but most of it's there. So don't worry about that. So here we go. that's a little excuse me, a little bit of self-promotion there for IFT. But now let's talk about a little bit of news. And I know not a lot's going on, because we just had the DVD release of Into Darkness. I went and saw it in the theater with my ship. We made it an away mission. Granted, had a killer time. We really, really did. 5 or 6 of us went total. So it was a really, really good time seeing Into Darkness. And of course, all of my female crew members were quite Twitter-pated over Benedict Cumberbatch playing Khan. And I gotta admit, he did a great job. Cumberbatch is a great actor. He really, really is. So, but anyways, check it out. I got my copy of Into Darkness. Yes, I did the Walmart box set. 2 reasons. One, well, I'm a sucker for the metal case. I just like the good packaging. It's fun. It's different, you know? A little bit mixing it up there in your DVD racks. But also, too, I couldn't resist the Model of the Vengeance. I've got a couple other Hot Wheels Star Trek ships like this, and I just needed the Vengeance to complete it because, man, I can never find this sucker in the stores. So, got the Vengeance. The Blu-ray case here for the metal case for Walmart. Open it up. Again, nice shot of Cumberbatch for the ladies. And for some guys too, I'm sure. So, got a Blu-ray disc. We have our DVD disc. But honestly, got the handcuffs and back. It's a nice little case. I really enjoy it a lot. The only problem is, and there's always a problem, right? I'm sure all of you guys know about the extras issue. All in total with Star Trek Into Darkness, there was probably about 10 or a dozen extras, behind the scenes stuff that you could get. And the sad part is, you can't buy just one copy of the movie and get all of the extras. You have to go to at least 2 different places to get all the extras. I got mine at Walmart. It's got some extras on it. There's also certain extras that you can only buy with the Target version, and also only certain extras that you can buy with the Best Buy version. The really sad part is that none of these 3 versions have the commentary from the staff, writer, producer, director, Abrams, and everybody else. You actually have to download that from iTunes. So, yeah, it created kind of a big tizzy, I know, when everything was coming out. But, honestly, that's my only quirk with it. Into Darkness, I thought, was a good follow-up to the '09 movie, and I really have no complaints. I just find it interesting to see what will happen next time with the next movie, considering that JJ's moving on to the Star Wars franchise. So I got my fingers crossed for the Star Wars franchise, and of course, in future installments of TNN, I will let you know about anything that's happening in that realm too. Because like I said, TNN, Trek TV, we are not just a Star Wars group. We're going to bring you lots of different fandom news, okay? I'm going to do my best in searching. Usually I'm pretty good at finding stuff, so we'll find out good stuff for you. So, honestly, that's about all I got right now. First installment of TNN. I know it's going to be a little short, but hey, not so bad. Russ said I have about an unlimited time limit, so you never know what's going to happen in the future. Oh, but actually what I do want to tell you, I do know what things are going to happen in the future. I have some interesting interviews that are being planned. Those are being mapped out right now. So letters and texts and emails are flying back and forth. So I will hope to spice it up a little bit with more than just my mug sitting here in front of a nice Starfield background, okay? So hopefully you'll tune back into TNN soon and enjoy the new look of TrekTV.net and the Federation. Thanks.